So here's the puppy's plan. I am going to go up. Hey! Oh. That's funny. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about when Auggie jumps up on the counters, which he doesn't do that much. Sometimes if I'm standing right here at the counter, he'll jump up. And mostly what I do is just what you saw. I give some sort of interrupter, like, hey, you're off, or something like that. And then I just push him down. And at the same time, hey guys, come here. Hi. If I am prepping stuff over here, it smells really good. If Auggie is not jumping up, he's just standing or sitting and waiting, then I'm going to give him a treat for choosing to not jump up on the counter. Now let's go ahead and move on to what I was about to show you, which is waiting at the door. So I'm going to head out the front door. I'm actually going to let Auggie go out in a moment, but first I want to practice having him wait here, and we'll just have Phoenix join in the training. You want to be very mindful when you're opening the door. Auggie will still run out if you're not paying attention. If he sees that you have your back turned and he can just run between your legs, he will absolutely still take advantage of that. Phoenix, he's not playing right now. Thank you. And so you want to start to open the door a little bit, and then you want to turn your body so that you can watch Auggie as you're heading out, rather than just going out and then he can sneak past. So as I go to open the door and I see, oh, I've got his attention, he wants to go out, the cue is wait. And I usually say it in this kind of slow, stern voice, like wait, which makes it distinctive from the stuff I'm normally saying, like right now. And if needed, I'll repeat it a couple of times as I'm heading out if he looks like he's thinking about running out. And if he is sneaking at the doors, because I'm standing here talking for a while, he's like, oh, this is really tempting, then I will remind him to wait. I might also say, get back, and just put my foot between him and the door, and just, there you go, like just walk into him a little bit, and he'll make way. You don't need to kick him or anything. You just kind of walk between him and the door, and he'll back up, and Phoenix will also do that. Get back. Get back. Good dog. Very nice. And every once in a while, so not every time, but sometimes I reward him for getting back and away from the door. And, oh, you know what? I forgot to grab something, so we're back. So I'm going to open the door. I'm going to tell him, wait. I start to open the door, and again, I am keeping, my eye on him for exactly that reason. So he was like, ooh, maybe I can squeeze past. Keeping my eye on him. If he tries to go through, I'm going to body block, which means put my body between him and whatever he's trying to get to block him. Phoenix, get back. Get back. Good. So I'm going to give Auggie a reward for continuing to sit and wait patiently. And I'm going to give Phoenix a reward for getting back like I asked him to. And if you're not sure if he's good, get back, going to stay, then you want to only have the door open a little bit. But when he's doing really well, he's being reliable, you can open the door wide. You see there, he's like, ooh, maybe I can sneak out because they're not paying attention. So I blocked him. Now I can reward him for staying, for not trying to run out the door. I have a baby gate here as a backup. So I'm going to partially wait, get back. Look at Auggie being so good. He got it just because Phoenix got in his way. Good boy. Wait. I'm going to partially turn my back on him to open the gate so that I'm presenting that picture of, oh, it seems like Juniper's not paying attention, but actually I am. I'm going to interrupt him every single time he tries to go out. So I'm preventing him from doing the behavior I don't want, and also rewarding him for doing the behavior that I do want him to do. Wait. He doesn't need to necessarily sit, he just needs to not run forward. Wait. Good. Good boy. Anytime if I see them start to get up, I'm just going to step forward to body block the doorway. And it's good for you at first to do multiple repetitions like this. Here, Phoenix. Wait. Where you're backing out the door, but you're watching really carefully and you are ready to to step forward and intervene if needed. And if they hold still, or if Auggie holds still, then you get he gets a reward for just wait. So you can hear how that cue is distinctive from the other things that I say as I'm just talking into the phone. And he tried to go forward a little bit. I stepped forward and he caught himself. He's like, oh, right. This is where she's not going to let me go through. She's going to make me wait patiently. Wait, even though the door is wide open. Now his cue, when he is actually allowed to go through, is the word F-R-E-E. And if I have two dogs here, I'll also say their names. So I'll say Auggie, free. Good job. I had to block Phoenix because he's still learning to not run out just because Auggie went out. But Auggie went out, and what a good boy. I'm going to reward him here for staying with me. He doesn't actually know that. That he doesn't actually have to do that. I gave him the word free. That means he is allowed to go. Quebec. Good boy. He is allowed to go wherever he wants. He's off leash, so I just told him, like, you can go. But it was nice that good boy, Auggie. Come here. Good job. Good. It was nice that he decided to stay with me, so I went ahead and rewarded that because that's a really nice behavior. Obviously, here on the farm, it's safe for me to just let him out off leash. In the city, you wouldn't do that. He would be on a leash. So after you back out the door and let him out, he would be on leash. So he would be with you as you're turning back and locking the door. If he does ever sneak out, then you want to just call him to come to you like I did there. And again, since I like that he's choosing to stay with me, I'm going to go ahead and reward this behavior again. Okay, good boy, Auggie. Free. And now we're going to go for a little walk down the driveway with him off leash. So when you arrive at the park and you let him off leash, in a safe area, then there's a few things that you want to do. What a good boy, to teach him to be reliable off leash. One is exactly this. When he chooses to check in, pay attention to you, come back to you of his own accord, you're gonna reward that. So you want him just developing a habit of doing that all on his own, even though you didn't call him, he's just paying attention to what you're doing. Another thing is you want to practice actually good boy. I'm going to reward this check-in again as I'm walking and talking. You want to reward him for actually coming to you when you call him. And for coming when called, you want to use extra special treats. So I was using just Auggie's regular kibble because he's such a chow hound, but it's super important that he's really excited to come to me every time that I actually call him with the word come. So when we're doing that, I'm going to use an extra special treat. Right now in my pocket, I have string cheese. You can use some sort of meat jerky or some fresh cooked chicken. You can use hot dogs, meatballs, sausages. Generally speaking, cooked meat or cheese is number one for the majority of dogs. Also, freeze-dried beef liver, chicken livers, they love those too, although that can be pretty crumbly in your pocket. Anything that he just really goes gaga over that is more special than his regular kibble or his regular treats, so that he has this really, really strong, happy, emotional response to hearing the word come, and therefore it's going to be a lot more reliable over time. We don't want him to be like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to come because you've got those treats I'm always getting. We want him to just go, oh my God, they called COME, and that always means super cool stuff. I don't know what I'm going to get this time, but it's always something really cool, so I'm going to come running right over to him. So I'm going to do right now is walk along a little bit, stop rewarding Auggie so that he wanders a bit farther, and then I'm going to call him to come back to me. So like I totally could be rewarding this because I love this healing behavior, but just for right now, all done. Just for right now, I actually want him to lose interest in me and go run amongst the trees. Let's see if I go in the trees, if he'll leave me alone. I'll turn the camera back on when he does that. Auggie, come. Yay, good boy. What a good job you are. Good job. What a good boy. Oh, okay, I had to ignore him for quite a while. Good boy, all done. to get him to leave me alone and just wander off. You can see I didn't get very far before he glanced up and was like, oh, I better go to Juniper. But that was a perfect example of I called him, he came running to me, and I threw him a big party. So I had multiple pieces of string cheese in my hand, like 4 pieces. And as soon as I had called come and he started running towards me, right away, I bent my knees so that I was down lower to him, and I put my hand down to show him this body position. That means I've got something interesting. And I started praising him right away. So you don't want to just stand there as your dog is running to you. You want to give them feedback right away. That's great. Come on down. Keep going towards me. And then when he reached me, he also got lots of praise. He got 4 pieces in a row, and I was backing up as I was feeding him the 4 pieces one after the other. The reason for this is that I want to encourage the dog to come right into my personal space, not do a drive-by where they grab a treat and then run away and you can't catch them. I want the dog to hang out with me, look up at me expectantly when I call him, so that if he's ever running loose, you really need to get him, you call come, he really expects lots of good stuff, he comes really close to your hand, it's very easy for you to catch him. You want to have those special treats on you 90% of the time when you're practicing coming when called, so that 10% where, whoops, this was not a training situation, he was accidentally loose, you really need him to come, he's going to expect the party and he's still going to come running. And it's going to be like withdrawing $50 from the bank, but you have already put in $500. So it's not going to be a really big deal that this one time he did not get his special treats. And you can see he's still paying so much attention to me as we're continuing to walk, because he was like, that's great, I am waiting for Juniper, grass, haha. I'm waiting for Juniper to call me again. The more often that you reward him, A, for sticking by you, B, for coming when called, the more he is going to have these lovely off-leash skills where he stays close to you, and you'll be able to call him away even if he's heading towards other people or dogs or just interesting stuff on the ground that he wants to sniff. So we're gonna head home now, and then I will head out with him to somewhere in public where we can practice leash walking and being around distractions. Auggie, come. Yay, good boy. Good job. Good dog. Good job. What a good boy. All right, had another opportunity for a really good come. Well, he was wandering over there. What a good boy.